Okay, what we have here is a default human cat rig, and I'm currently in the setup mode. And what I want to highlight is that when I, for example, rotate the spine controller, the arms move with the spine controller, but they maintain their rotation and their alignment to the world. And the same is true with the head bone. So everything's quite flexible and looks good. But the problem is when we go ahead and add an animation layer and go into animation mode, we quickly lose all of that and everything becomes very rigid and stiff. So the arms are now rotating with the spine controller and the head is also rotating with the spine controller. So what I want to highlight is how we can change that and make sure that we still get that flexibility that we had in the setup mode, but we have that when we're animating. So what I'm going to do is select the head controller. I'm going to go over to the hierarchy tab, and I'm going to make sure I'm in the link info area, link info section, and I'm not going to untick inherit rotation because that will break the neck. So instead I'm going to scroll down, and I'm actually going to use the inherit options down at the bottom. So I'm just going to untick X, Y and Z for the rotation options. For the arms, I'm going to select both of them. Well, actually select one at a time. So I'm going to select the first upper arm, and with the arm I can actually use the inherit rotation option here in the animation mode section. So I can just untick inherit rotation there, and I'm just going to do the same for the other side. So I'm just going to untick inherit rotation. So when I rotate the spine now, we're getting the same effect we had in setup mode, but we can now animate using this mode. So if I go to my auto key mode, go to say frame 50 for example, and just rotate the spine forwards, and maybe go to frame 100 and rotate the spine backwards, what you'll see is that I'm setting keyframes and I can now keyframe that movement and get a much more realistic result, and this way I'm not constantly fighting the spine movement, so I'm not trying to counteract the spine movement in the arm rotation.